All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is me. I am back. I had to turn off the chat because Ben, Diamond, and Taylor are having their millionth emotional breakdown. Um, we have Tropical Storm Barry at the moment, though the latest readings came in and said that it is at 993 millibars of pressure. Um, and so 994 is usually what you get for a hurricane, but they're still calling it a tropical storm. As you can see, we get 65 mile per hour sustained winds. We got 993 millibars of pressure. Um, Maybe Taylor Swift should star in the remake of the movie Mommy Dearest. But this is about hurricanes. So we were watching it develop, and it looks like a big, bad, nasty monster. Uh, it looks like there's circulation attempting to form. I'm a little surprised by how the convective arm has stretched this far west. And it's one of the things that I've been warning about is that this thing goes category big, category hot, then we could see a storm that fills up the Gulf. Now, either way, we're still looking at 20 or 30 hours of development. So it's going to be quite a situation that will keep going. Like, this is the next 48 hours. So the rain that will start and is starting is going to be pretty heavy. Now, this one is pretty, like, this shows what I think could be flashes of the potential of this storm. Like, if you'll notice, like, it literally flashes out. See that upper band that stretches up through Louisiana into Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas? It will be definitely fascinating to see how big this thing gets. This one is showing us that the heaviest rain bands are just now moving in. It looks like Destin is destined to get a lot of heavy rain. The projections keep coming in showing over 20 inches of rain. And you can see that this is, you get the main storm here, and it's part of the system that goes all, that connects all the way up into Europe. But if you, this is what is concerning me. That's a lot of precipitation. And so, like, look at those rain bands, man. That is, like, so the heaviest rains haven't even begun to move in. Like, all this stuff. And I think this is going to be a rain train over Destin. So, New Orleans is going to get over 2 feet of rain. The storm surge estimates are 4 to 6 feet, and that is if it maintains category 1 strength hurricane or under. If it gets higher than category 1 strength, the totals could get much higher on the storm surge. People are asking me if I think this is going to be worse than Katrina. And the situation is that, as I've been noting on my channel all year, the flooding situation is really bad. And so the river levels at the Mississippi River in Louisiana are already at major flood stage. So that no matter what this brings, it's going to bring a lot of trouble, a lot of problems, a lot of flooding, a lot of power outages. And it's a bad scene, man. And I want to say again that the Cajun Navy showed up big time for Texas when we had Hurricane Harvey. And now that they seem to be going through a similar situation, I'd like everyone to do in Texas what they can to help out our Louisiana brethren. And I predicted that this will make landfall on the little island under New Iberia because it's a 210-mile mark away. So I think I have that down pretty accurately. It looks like Texas is going to be clear of the hurricane, but we have the heavy rain bands that would moving in. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of this rain end up in Texas. I don't think Texas will get anything near Harvey though. And it's a situation that we will be continuing to monitor all day. And that's what the good news is. How I usually handle it is I'm the guy who's telling you about the storm 10 days ahead of time, usually right before the storm makes landfall. Everybody's in on the storm, so no matter what happens, you should get good coverage all around. But we will continue to watch, and it's probably going to go through 4 or 5 more pulses up and down over the next 20 to 30 hours. How long will it sit and spin? How long before landfall? And how intense will it get? As far as I know, we haven't seen any signs of major rapid intensification yet. I wonder how long it will be before we get the next reading. I know that NOAA's been flying planes into the hurricane hunters. Speaking of that, I wonder what if iCyclone was going to this thing. But the little blob over here that's pretty. This thing has a chance to get big, get bad. I'm still sticking with it has category 3 potential. People are saying it's lopsided, that it probably doesn't have the ability to form a tight eye. So let's hope they're right and I'm wrong. Lord knows we don't need more natural disasters. I think we've had our fill the last few years. No matter what happens, the rain and flooding is going to be deadly, damaging, dangerous. And like it looks like the panhandle of Florida is going to be seeing some heavy rain and flooding as well. I want you guys to know that I love you guys. Y'all are great. Asteroid Fight Club. And then someone said there was a 5.0 earthquake in California today and a 4.4 in Washington. So let me take this. Crap. Sorry. It's live. It's time to say that one of the great notations I've made here at Thor News is that I have found every major earthquake in history in North America has come when all the gas giants are on the same side. So when you get Mercury and Saturn and Jupiter, I mean, look how close Jupiter and Saturn are. And last night, when I got home from a great show, you could see up in the sky, Saturn, Jupiter were right next to each other. And then if you figure out from that where the sun is, we've got a lot of mass in the same part of the solar system. So it's not surprising to see this stationary retrograding storm show up in our Gulf of Mexico when we just had Saturn opposition 3 days ago, and that we will continue to see earthquakes in North America and possible volcano eruptions over the next 6 years until there's more balance in our solar system. And so for now, all eyes are on still Tropical Storm Barry. And since Like I said, the pressure reading has it at 993, but when we're here, it says category. Sorry if that's making anybody. What is it? Category 1, 994. So this should be at hurricane strength now or in the very near future. How far will it go from there? That's what we'll be watching. We're still holding steady at about 1,000 lightning strikes, so there hasn't been any major intensification yet. Oh, that's 31,000. Okay, so yeah, it's things are intensifying. The last video I did, we were only at 21,000 lightning strikes, and now we're at 31,000. So the situation is definitely heating up. And I would say that the lightning is a good indicator of whether or not the storm is still growing or waning. So it appears now that it is growing. And so we had 64,000 lightning strikes 2 weeks ago, right before the 7.1 earthquake in California. We will continue to watch to see how high the lightning strikes go today. But prayers to everyone in Louisiana and on the coast. And this is a sure sign that this hurricane season is going to be pretty magnificent in dangerous ways. And so it has never been a better time for all people to work together as one American family and one Earth family, because we are all going to be facing these Earth weather changes together. Technically, nobody's safe right now. We all need to calm down. I'd like to start telling jokes again eventually. Okay, so this is your update. Thank you. I want to thank everybody who is paying attention, tuned in, awake, cool with a good heart. And I want to thank all the good people out there for all the great things you've ever done. Good people are the best. Y'all stay cool, and I will be around all day. Love you guys.